having a fear of recovery, and ruminating. While not helpful to you or your recovery from depression, these ways of thinking are common. The first step is to recognize that your attention has drifted in this negative direction. Then you can take measures to lessen the effects of these obstacles on you. Feeling defined by depression. Depression is a biological illness, a set of symptoms. It does not define you. Depression is not what makes you you, what makes you who you are. You are more than your depression, more than a set of symptoms. You have personality, character traits such as kindness or a sense of humor, skills, abilities, and accomplishments that are unique to you. Perhaps you're capable or skilled in writing, sports, computers, or gardening. Maybe you're a good listener, friend, sister, or coworker. Right about now, some of you are denying that you ever had any of these qualities in the first place. With long-standing or repeated episodes of a mood disorder, the memory of the person you are or have always been can fade in your mind. Some of us may have difficulty remembering what we were like before depression hit us. We struggle to separate the symptoms of depression from our regular self. It's easy to take on an illness identity of depression or have it overtake your life and then feel adrift in the symptoms. This might happen when a person has lost interest in life and forgets all else that he does or did, spending much of his time going to appointments, taking medications, dealing with his problems, and dropping everything else. Your life may become filled with feeling sad and miserable and working hard each day to manage the symptoms that have somehow overtaken your life. You may have little time, energy, or interest left for other things. Some people who have depression or bipolar disorder feel, "This is not me. I don't feel familiar to myself." You might feel that you have lost your bearings. You then tend to forget who or what you were like before the illness, what you did with your time each day, what you were interested in, or what made you smile. When someone reminds you, it doesn't seem to matter anymore. You might also forget about your preferences, interests, accomplishments, or the sense of yourself as a person. These are not permanently gone, just temporarily buried underneath an overwhelming array of illness symptoms you face each day. The goal is to hold on to your usual sense of who you are and try not to get consumed by your depression symptoms. You might wonder how to do this. To begin, recognize that depression is a biologically based illness of the mind and body. Yes, it does affect just about every aspect of your life, so you need to work hard to keep it in perspective as an illness. Having a mood disorder does change your life, but overall, it often ends up being in a more positive way for many people. How could I possibly say that? Well, for example, as your recovery approaches, you may end up viewing the world with a renewed set of goals and priorities, which can be good. Another way to avoid becoming consumed by depression is to keep up with your baseline sense of yourself, your work, relationships, activities, and interests, the things that make you who you are, the thread of your life, despite having this illness. It's not easy to do. You may need the help of friends and family to remind you of who you are as a person and to help anchor you. How do you do this? An easy exercise to help, called Defining Your Baseline, is described in Chapter 4. It helps you identify your strengths and weaknesses, personal preferences, beliefs, values, competencies, sense of purpose, and what nourishes and energizes you. It's a way to help you connect to your inner sense of self, to your baseline person. This is important to draw on as an aid in your recovery. Fear of getting better. Sometimes, with a long-standing illness like depression or bipolar disorder, the idea of feeling better or good may seem strange and uncomfortable at first. For this reason, some of us have an underlying fear of getting better, a fear of recovery. How can this be? Isn't that the ultimate goal, to feel better? Fears are feelings surrounded by unhelpful thoughts. They are not facts. Fears may be based on faulty information or logic. Holding on to a fear can get in the way of making progress. You can learn to manage your fear of getting better, just as you can learn to manage any other feelings in your life. One way is to try the mood and thought monitoring exercise in Chapter 8. When you are immersed in a mood disorder for a long time,